If you want to get better at Cardfight Vanguard, there's really no better place to go than WCC, one of the top competitive teams for the game. Welcome to Twin Drive, where we learn Cardfight Vanguard one deck at a time. And today I had the utmost pleasure of collaborating with Kai from WCC, the Australian team leader, as well as the main creator over on the WCC YouTube channel. Let's find out about his story, how he got so good at the game, and what deck he's going to show me today. Hello, Kai. Thank you so much for joining me today. Welcome to Twin Drive. I'm excited to have you on.
Hey, how's it going? You've been having a good series on. So the first one, the second one.
Yeah. It's been going really well. Like, the people seem to really enjoy it. And I mean, I have you to thank partially for that. You were one of my first entry points into Vanguard in the first place. You guys didn't know, over on my other channel, I did this sponsored activation for Vanguard, where Kai actually taught me how to play the game properly. Not the haphazard education I got from your days earlier.
No, it's good to see you having fun. That's the main point.
Oh yeah, it's been a lot of fun. I've learned a lot. I feel like I'm learning about Vanguard in a weird way though, because you'd think about like people who learn Vanguard now naturally, they would be like, okay, you know, I learned Varga, I learned Shotodoji. I learned about Alestial, then Eva. I've learned about Charmut. I've learned about like all these Humega lols, and I'm like, I don't think a person getting into like the actual meta would be learning it in the way that I am. That's kind of part of what makes it fun. So
entertaining, right? And everyone learns things differently, right?
It's just so funny because I haven't fought. Oh, whoops! I haven't fought against a single like real deck.
I mean, we could always bring on the real decks, but if you want to see real decks, there's always people are playing at tournaments every single time.
That's the thing. But I feel like part of the channel's charm is that we showcase your favorite deck, not what the realest deck is, and that's part of the whole story of it. Well, anyway, Kai, you're part of WCC. We're Cardfight Counseling, is that right?
Consulting, yeah.
Consulting? Yeah. Sorry.
All good. We counsel as well, all right?
Yeah, that's true.
Do a wide variety of things.
Well, I'm confused because when I checked the website, it's We're Cardfight Consulting, and then I checked the YouTube, and it's World Class Cardfighters. I'm like, which one is it?
We kind of rebranded at the beginning. It was We're Cardfight Consulting, but doesn't really sound very professional, right? So we eventually just shortened it out to WCC. But that world-class cardfighters thing was like, if we just name ourselves WCC, it's not going to work on YouTube.
Right.
It has to be longer. But then We Have Cardfight Consulting sounds too memey, right? That's more of a Facebook kind of thing.
Right.
So I think we technically just changed it back to WCC, but when YouTube changed their usernames again, they reverted it all back to the old stuff. It came back.
It came back. But I mean, either way, like World Class Cardfighters is pretty catchy, and it's an accurate moniker. Like, you're the main content creator over on the YouTube side, but the team itself has like a whole roster of so many people who are so good at the game, which is a preamble to the video saying that I'm probably gonna get my butt kicked in this one, but that's fine.
It's Vanguard. Anything can happen in Vanguard.
That's true. Anything I learned from the anime, right? Like, you never know what's gonna happen until the last moment, right? You could always check a heal or a over trigger, or if you're SIL any trigger, I guess that'll do too.
That's right.
Well, Kai, since you were so instrumental in me getting into Vanguard, I want to know what your story was. How did you get into Vanguard, first of all? Like, were you here for like decades, like some of the other people were?
Decades? Yeah, probably. So
that's crazy.
I started the game around when Japan was on its fourth set, just had its fourth set.
Wow.
So it was like the Blast the Dark set. How I found Vanguard at the time, I was just in Japan, and some guy, one of my friends from Australia, messaged me and was like, hey, you should buy these decks. I'm like, I don't play card games anymore, you know. I'm just chilling. And he's like, no, just buy these.
I'm clean.
Yeah, I'm done. I'm done with card games. I'm in the real world now. I'm hanging out with people, and you know. Actually, what do you do in the real world? I think you just talk to people and drink, right? So I'm in that world. Yeah, I'm in that world, and he's like, no, it's really cool. Like, there's a guy whose like name's the same as yours. I'm like, I'm in, right? So,
put it on screen now.
I bought 2 decks, and that's just kind of how we started. I brought them back, and then I think when I first like looked at the cards, like I guess the cards here, I'm like, and I could read some of the rules as well because I studied Japanese a bit, and I'm just going, wow, this game seems very simple, right? Is this it? Like it just everything's printed, like, you know, this is the shield value, this is the power. It's like, is that it? It just seems very, very easy to get to, and it was. So just from there, we in Australia, there was a big Japanese scene. Well, like big as in like there was a decent Japanese scene. We had WGPs back then for Vanguard and Weiss Schwarz. So if you played like those Bushido games back then, you could at least participate in tournaments that took you to Worlds in Japan. So it was very fun. And then eventually we moved on to the English side, where we met a lot of other people.
Yeah, I mean, like I'm very blessed to just have been connected to this great network of people. Some crazy people too, but you know, I've got fair warning on them, so that's okay.
It's all right. Okay, there's always like weird people in every single community.
Oh
right?
yeah,
but,
for sure. Especially if the game is historied as Vanguard, right?
Yeah, like yeah, you have to remember, like it's a card game. A lot of us, like me included, we're all kind of socially awkward to some extent. But I think in the Vanguard community, at least, everyone is way more chill.
Oh yeah. I mean, I don't know.
There's a lot of funny stuff, but yeah.
This is gonna date the video a little bit, but there was a recent drama on Twitter between Yu-Gi-Oh players and Pokemon players, and some of it was like really mean. I was like, "Yo, calm down. Yo, take a step back."
The worst that like Vanguard gets in terms of the community is, you know, oh, the prices of the card is so expensive, and you know, people just go, "You should have bought the card a while ago," you know. Well, you look at Yu-Gi-Oh and Pokemon, all the big card games. It's just like they're at war sometimes.
Yeah, I know, no, for real, legit. Yeah, but you also play Weiss Schwarz competitively. If is it like a loaded question, gun to your head, gun to your balls kind of thing? Which one do you like more? Is it?
So there's a saying amongst our friends here is that you always win in the game that you like less. So I like Vanguard more, but I've been to Worlds for Weiss Schwarz only, like multiple times for Weiss Schwarz. For Vanguard, not so much. And it goes for like my friends, like Mark, he loves Weiss, but he always goes to Worlds for Vanguard. Until very recently, you know, Ken as well. Ken, the commentator, he commentates Weiss, right? He had a lot of tops in Vanguard before he ever got his first top in Weiss Schwarz.
That feels like it's true for a lot of things in life. You know, the one that you're always like, you know, putting less into seems to reward you more. I don't know why that is.
I think it's kind of unique for Bushido though, because they have like BCS and it has like basically all their games. So it's not really. It's not a bad thing to play multiple card games because you'll be able to. If like day one you can do well, and then day two there's another game you can play, right? So I think that's probably the best point in the Bushido tournament series, and that you can just right now there's this Shadowverse, Weiss, Vanguard. You can pick any of the formats and, you know, kind of sequence your tournaments just on how well you do, and just play whatever you like.
Just have a good weekend.
Yeah, just have a good weekend. Like, I think a lot of people take that for granted because you go for the other card games like Pokemon, you're there for the regionals. That's it. If you didn't make day two, I spent my day two at Pokemon regionals watching K-drama with my friends who also scrub. We just sat in the hotel and watched K-drama. And like even like One Piece, One Piece is like One Piece. I think sometimes they try to put DBS on the second day, but the main game is One Piece, and like Magic and all that as well. So I think for like a lot of the things like for BCS and all that is like a lot of it's just social, right? You're there seeing friends, but you're also able to play a lot of like just the other games too, which is why I guess we also have a lot of do well in other card games. Right. Not just Vanguard.
I mean, also like, you know, like the climax system, the trigger system, it's not too dissimilar, I suppose, on the surface level. So
for Weiss, you can kind of tell it's the older game because a lot of it's a much more like a clunky game. I want to say like if you were to put it in a gaming perspective, Weiss is like StarCraft 1, and then like and then Vanguard would be StarCraft 2, because like, everything is more it just makes sense, less clunky, everything flows better, things are very, very intuitive, less like complicated rulings on certain situations. So You can see which one's the older game, but at the same time, Weiss just has a lot going for it, right?
Yeah, that's true.
Anime,
The
right
IPs,
here.
yeah, for sure. I mean, I'll tell you right now, when I was at Bushiroad Expo and I met up with Matt, and Matt was, well, when he was still with the company, and he was in charge of doing the Weiss tutorials, and I was like, okay, let's give it a try. I was like so confused. In like 10 minutes in, I was like, there's so much going on.
Yeah, like Vanguard, you turn things sideways, flip something, opponent takes 1 billion damage. Weiss is like, well, you leveled up. Now you can play level 1 cards. 21 damage to go. Oh, no, your damage didn't go through.
Well,
Sorry.
I mean, back on the topic of you being like a competitive level player at both these card games, right? Like, how did you go from just like, oh, being in Japan, I bought a trial deck or whatever, to becoming like a competitive player at this level, like always competing so consistently?
So when we were playing in the Japanese side, we did just look up a lot of results and things like that. And our community was like relatively small but tight knit. But I think eventually when we swapped over to English, because this is going to sound kind of, I guess, sound kind of funny, but because the Australian scene, we had the split between the Japan side and the English side, and we didn't really fully transition into the English side until like way later. But we did, since we knew the rules and we played the games for a lot of times, we would like judge events, right? And there was one Springfest where me and the boys were just judging, and we were watching. We go, you know what? We could probably play Springfest next year and do pretty well. And that's what we did. And then we won that Springfest. So it turns out it worked pretty well. And then from there on, I think we just put a lot more time into the English side. And then we met a bunch of our other friends like Wirab and like the Melbourne team as well. And like we talked a lot. And then I think overall, like the skill, our skill level jumped up quite a bit just from being able to like interface with a lot of like-minded people. And then, yeah, I guess that's where it started. And for Weiss, kind of the same thing, because a lot of the concepts for the Japan side, you carry over to the English side as well. Just like overall studying plays and interfacing with like good players. Because Mark is like a really, really good Weiss player, and I learned a lot of stuff from him. And then I had a bit of luck as well. Sometimes when you play poorly, you don't get punished, right? So it happened like
as a Shadowverse player of 8 years, I know what you're talking about very well.
yeah, and but just overall, just talking to people and like learning plays and play testing. That's how our skill level like went up, and we became like just better players overall.
I mean, I think that's like one of the best parts about card games in general. I mean, especially physical card games over digital card games as well. It's just like the community building aspect of it. And you see some of it in digital Shadowverse as well, when they like had like big worldwide tournaments, and you'd get to like play with people from other places who had a different style of play, and you could like pick up stuff from that and incorporate into your own. So yeah, that's always the best part of it. And like just from doing this series, I'm learning so much about Vanguard as well. So like, it's literally put into action right in front of your eyes right here, people.
Yeah, I think back then as well, there was a huge divide between the Japanese side of the game and the English side of the game in both like Weiss Schwartz and Vanguard. So being able to just like find out why people would play certain things, like why did the Japanese side play this way? Like sure, there's like tournaments, like how tournaments are run is different and things like that. But like deck ideas and things like that were very, very different, especially for Weiss. And when you're able to like kind of see both sides of the story and like combine them together to find out like the best way for each, then you can just get better. Like you just level up. And right now, I guess the divide is like less. You'll definitely see some discussions where they're like, why does Japan play this? And then in the West, the meta is like slightly different kind of thing. But it's still there. It's still there to some extent. And just being able to just like research like ideas. Like you look at a deck list and you go, why is this one different compared to this one? And then kind of reverse engineering like that. Then you can see a lot of things that you might not have seen before.
I know that I've become a physical card game player because while I was listening to you there, I just started shuffling, and I'm like...
Shuffling, yeah.
Becoming one of you. No, but would you say that it's like, to that point of like taking a look at deck lists and stuff, would you say that it's like easier now? Because like back then, you didn't have a VG Paradox or whatever, right?
Yeah, 100%. Like I think when Decklog got released, that like being able to just share deck lists just like with a code like that, is insane. Before you'd have to see a picture or go to a Japanese website that most people can't read, and then just kind of go through Google Translate this, blah 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 blah. It was way difficult back then. But yeah, with Decklog, and then of course with Fuzzy, just posting everything in one place. Yeah. It's gotten exponentially easier and easier and easier. And you could also say at some points the game was at its peak, and there was just a lot of content throwing around. You just go everywhere, and then it kind of drops a bit and kind of peaks again. So there'll be points where it's easier to find information, but right now I think we're at a peak, right? So information is kind of flowing. Everyone's seeing everything. Just the way the information that is being shared is way easier as well. So yeah, it's just the differences are less. They're still there, but you can even I think especially after COVID, everyone's trying to connect, right? They've all set up Discord channels back then.
Yeah,
we didn't have Discord.
That's true. Yeah.
Facebook Messenger. I think we still do. We had Gmail chat as well. But yeah, with the Discord, so many communities now. They're all sharing information, and that's just how you get better, really.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, that's just true for every card game. And back then, I don't know, I was talking with other boomers, and they're like, "Oh yeah, we had Beyond Cardfight Cab." I'm like,
oh yeah,
so inaccessible to do anything.
that was a crazy time. The Church of Crossrides. That was a website.
No idea what you're talking about.
So you know how your Vanguard is 13K now? So back then there were Vanguards that were 11K, but if you rode on top of something, you had a certain card in Soul, they'll become 13K. And they'll be called a Crossride. So Dragonic Overlord at the end, if you had a Dragonic Overlord in Soul, it'd become 13K base instead. Okay. Yeah, and that was a big thing because the only way to hit the magic number of 13K was you put a 10, which is a vanilla, 10K Regard, and an 8K Regard, which was also vanilla, and they'll hit 18. Because if you had effect units, they'll be 9K and 7K, right? So they wouldn't be hitting 18 unless they gained power somehow. But there was just way back, it was kind of a meme where people were just saying, "Oh, Crossrides was so broken." They're they destroyed the format, and they created a website called the Church of Crossrides.
What is a Church of Crossrides? I've never heard of this before. He's talking about V Mundi. Oh no! So V Mundi was an early Cardfight Vanguard guide website where it talked about beginner and advanced theory, fundamentals, card and deck analysis. Nowadays, V Mundi is a Digimon fanfic TCG website. That's a whole different story, but actually, wait, has it been archived before? Ooh. This is kinda how I learned Cardfight Vanguard. I did use these guides and these deck lists when I was a baby. And they did cover a bunch of core fundamental mechanics like magic numbers, card advantage. Oh yeah, they use the term winning image to describe your deck's strategy because I think that's what they say in the anime once or twice. It was a good website to start learning Vanguard, but they had some interesting ideas, biases, and delusions. As it so happens, Nacho and I have conducted calculations for you to determine what the ratios are in the deck. TLDR 13, 11, 9. Oh, golly gee gosh, that ratio is not one that hardly anyone uses ever. Just look at how gross it is with its 9 grade 3s. V Mundi's articles had a very smug aura about them. And this became a lot more clear the more articles you read from these guys. So what does this have to do with Crossrides, right? V Mundi hated Crossrides. Despite how game warping Crossrides were, they were so against Crossrides as a concept that they refused to even acknowledge them. Crossrides came out around set 5. They do talk about some set 5 cards. Xenon! They do talk about some Exculpate! They do talk about some set 5 cards, but they don't talk about Majesty Lord Blaster, which was technically kind of not really a crossride, but a pseudo crossride. 10 Vanguard things I got wrong as a noob. Number 1. I thought crossrides were fine. What? If any of you out there know me by now, this came as a huge shock to you. I didn't have any concept back then of how defense changes the entire core mechanics of Vanguard to such a ridiculous degree that it offsets literally everything. The reason why VMundi hated crossrides so much at the time, it's not because they were so broken that it ruined the entire game. VMundi hated crossrides because it ruined all their calculations. It ruined all of their articles. And instead of adjusting accordingly, crossrides were not allowed to interfere with their vision of Cardfight Vanguard. Presumably they have set 5 cards in this website, and they don't even talk about Dragonic Overload again. They don't even talk about the most powerful deck in the entire game. They really just want to pretend like crossrides didn't exist to try to keep the game healthy in their own eyes. If I go ahead in the timeline, they should have more limit break cards, which meant more crossrides came out at the time. Here we go. Here's a crossride. Alert, alert. The below may be crossride units. These units are strictly analyzed for their skills and never for their 13k defense. They will not be indexed with their base forms. What? I do not condone a 13k meta. Who asked? Now, I could go on and on about VMundi all day, but this isn't my video. Oh, they do talk about GN though. And the giant... Okay! Anyway, back to the video.
I'm glad to learn a little bit of history here. Like, you know, especially
beyond times.
Yeah, I mean, I started the game with Divine, so I'm like a baby, and you guys are like prehistoric Cardfight gamers. But people on this channel have been asking me like, "Oh, are you ever gonna do premium content?" And I'm like, I have no idea where to even start. Like recently, like yesterday, I posted a picture of Spider-Man from Vanguard. I'm like, I can't believe this is real. What is happening in premium?
That's like it's one of those promo cards that I think I bought it. I put it somewhere.
Oh my god!
I swear I bought it.
That's amazing.
You'll find it randomly in Japan, but now I think it's actually quite pricey just to find Spider-Man.
Yeah, it's kind of awesome though. I do kind of love it. I was gonna say like in regards to premium and all those old formats, like you've been competing for a long time in Vanguard. When the reboot happened, when they went to frickin' A, B, C, D, G or whatever the frick it's called, did you ever consider like dropping the game? Because I feel like that was a very like contentious exit point for a lot of people, especially as a high level competitor like you. Like, was there ever like a point where you're like, they just invalidated all my cards, I'm out, or were you in it for the long haul? Because
I played like Weiss Schwarz as well as Vanguard, I've never really had a point where I was gonna go, I'm gonna totally quit. Because if it got boring and bad, I just played Weiss instead.
All right, you had
Weiss,
and top over.
Yeah, and then if Weiss also got bad, we played a lot of Japanese card games. We had like Zex, so we'd play that.
Okay.
We played Chaos, which is a defunct card game now. There's one of the old Bouchard games that was focused more on I guess visual novels.
Okay.
But it had other stuff.
That's interesting.
And then like if that got bad really quick. Chaos died for a reason. We played there was also Victory Spark, which was like which is Rebirth, before Rebirth. It was like the original Rebirth, and that was just a crazy game. But yeah, I guess it was hard for us to get bored because we'd always have something to play, and if there was nothing to play, I mean, we could just play other stuff. There's like board games. You can go outside, right? You can go for a walk, right? There's a lot of things to do in the world. So,
God forbid.
In terms of until COVID, then I mean, well, then you stay at home and play video games all day. So, so I don't really think there was a point where I got like totally burnt out. But then again, I am the I am the guy who plays the most degenerate decks. So I can see my friends getting burnt out and playing other games, and I just followed. But yeah, in terms of me like burning out, I don't really think there was a point where I was like just the game is so bad, I'm not gonna play. Because to me, like even when they released the like really broken stuff, like V maybe it was like a different, you know, they've reset the game and it's V. There's still something to explore. Something to explore, and the tournaments are still gonna come. If I'm gonna play in a tournament, I still have to learn the format anyway. So I might as well, even though I might not take this part of, because like, yeah, there's so many games going on at BCS, right? I might not have to take V that seriously or standard at the time that seriously because there's premium on the next day, or I could just play Weiss, right? So there's just a lot of things going on, and I guess that would, yeah, it didn't really pop up for me, I guess.
I mean, that's great. Like, I only asked because, like, as a Shadowverse creator, you know that, you know, the first game is sort of in like a holding pattern mode right now as the next one to come out. So I feel like I'm going through sort of what the Vanguard community went through all those years ago when the first reboot came out for you guys. And like it's been a little tough, I'm not gonna lie. Like the interest is down, but I'm like optimistic that in like a few months when news comes out, people will come back.
Yeah,
but like,
World's Beyond, Mahjong, let's go. Please. I mean, yeah, that's it's funny because like because I'm with friends a lot of times. Like on the weekends, it's like in the weekday, go to work, come home, you know, do random stuff, and then weekends, yo, what are you guys doing? Let's just hang out. And then it's just either card games, mahjongs, video games, anything. So in the end, like it's like just like the tournaments, right? It's all about the people. If you hang out with people, you always find something fun to do. Yeah.
And I mean, like, I'm happy I sort of picked up the secondary Vanguard hobby now because like, I get to meet so many more people, and it's like kind of nice that way.
Good, it's good, yeah. And then you can get them all into Shadowverse and play March.
That's right. Get you into the fishing tournament later.
Fishing tournament.
Yeah, they have that in the new game. Everyone's like, why? And I'm just sitting there like, well, why not?
Why not? Why not, right?
Well, Kai, the point of Twin Drive is that I'm introduced to your favorite deck, but I think your actual favorite deck might have been reserved by another guest in the future.
Okay.
When I was talking to Chris, he brought up a good point where you and Chris have like basically every deck, so you can pick whatever you like. So we got a pretty interesting one today, I heard.
It's kind of funny. So I'll just, like, in my team, like, because in the team of 3 that I'm in for Springfest, I'm always the guy that picks the deck last, right? I fill in the gaps. So this is like me filling in the gaps, right? I'm the least pickiest. So in terms of like what I usually play in Standard, I think I'm more well known for playing Prison or Seraph Snow. And that's like probably the one deck that I got the most tops on. But then I also top with Shiranui. And I'm not going to be mean and bring Shiranui, right? And then also Overlord, but that's...
I mean, you could have brought Shiranui. I wouldn't have minded. Would have been a humiliating loss for me, but like...
I think everyone's had enough of Shiranui for now. So today I brought Yotsuba, which is... It's from Quintuplets, and it's... Right now in the meta, it's okay. It's okay.
Okay.
But it's got an alternate win condition, which is pretty fun, and pretty cool to see in action. I think out of all the Quintuplets decks that got released, this is the only one that is half relevant. So I'm having quite some fun, like learning the deck and seeing how it goes. Because yeah, I like alternate win conditions. You know, when I when I played old school Vanguard, I like Gize. Right, I liked Glendios, so it's just natural, right? It's natural, and
yeah, and like in Shadowverse, we had a few of those too, like Seraph, for example, from Haven.
Oh yeah, I love Seraph. Huge fan.
Great, and there was also Spartacus and Sword, where you had to mill your own deck to win. That was also pretty silly. So yeah, I mean, I'm a big.
I love Spartacus. Spartacus was the best.
It's so funny. and now with Yotsuba, so by quintuplets you mean quintessential quintuplets, the harem anime.
Okay, yeah. So I found out like quintuplets, like when we talk about harem animes, right? Every era has its own like mainstay harem anime, right? The one, right? And for all the I think the Zoomers, I think that's what they're called. Quintuplets is the main harem anime. So that's why they're collabing with this. They're building so many. They
have that like living card game coming out soon too. Yeah.
So it's really crazy. I think Quintuplets is pretty cool. Like when you think of harem animes as well, it's like it's so you have to be so focused with harem animes, right? It's like so cutthroat. Like when you think of the genre, like you watch a Gundam series and you go, oh, that was a great series. You go talk to your friends, man, that Gundam was cool. And like, yeah. When you talk about harem animes, you watch it, you're like, wow, that was a crazy episode. But then, like, not just there's a war inside the anime on which best girl is gonna win. Then you go outside, you go on Twitter, and everyone's fighting each other, going, your girl sucks, right? This is you have bad taste.
Yeah, my harem anime was High School DD. Okay, when I was back when I was in a high school senior first year uni, that was mine. That's
in Y Schwartz. You should jump into that.
Maybe I will. Well, let's find out.
Yeah.
So Yotsuba so this is the first time on this show that it's a collab deck versus a collab deck, actually, which is pretty fun. I'm playing Vispo. You're playing Yotsuba. What does the deck actually do other than the alternate win condition, which is, like, I heard, kind of like an Exodia? Like, what's all that about?
With Yotsuba, she has a memory zone, and the alternate win con requires you to have 7 different types of quintuplet cards in the memory zone, on top of also having overall 14 quintuplet cards there. So you need 14 cards, and 7 of them has to be different. And then a lot of her effects will help you put those cards into memory. And then she also she has like on-hit effects that will also put things into memory. So slowly but surely you're gonna build that memory zone, and then at the beginning of the turn it checks if you have that, and then you'll win.
Can you also win normally, just by like attacking?
Yes, you can. You
okay.
can just normally bash and win. So I think most people build it so that it hits the alternate win con. But she also has some really interesting gimmicks where her order that she has gives 5k for both turns. So she's like an 18k base when you play other decks, which can be pretty annoying against like multi-attack decks that don't get power.
Yeah, for sure.
So just kind of extra defensive options, and she has like extra drive checks. She can give like extra drive checks to a rear guard. Not really a lot of multi-attacks, but just overall, drive check, get hand, play a bit defensively, and overall you can either win through bashing the opponent, but likely if you're slowing the game down, it'll be through the alternate win con.
That's pretty cool. Like a lot of my decks that I've played against, as well as my deck in particular, Vispo, they really rely on CB. So I wonder if that's like an option you can do to just like not hit me, and then I just don't do anything.
Yeah. One of the ways to slow down the game is to like damage deny and all that. So with I think your deck, I took a quick look. Your Vanguard requires 1 CB, right? But you only need 1 CB to work, so it's not as bad as other decks, because you also can use your energy pretty effectively, right? So I think it's not as bad as you might think. Your minus power is like pretty good, because it'll negate my power gains. It'll be pretty interesting to see how it plays out, because I think you can play very, very aggressive early on, while this has to play very, very slow.
I'm pretty excited to try it out. It's the first time I'm fighting a collab deck on the channel. Do you have like any particular stories with Yotsuba, and like anything that like makes you like attracted to the deck in any way?
So one of the things I like doing, I like winning, right?
Oh,
and
yeah,
if you don't, of course. Yeah, if you don't know, if you've watched quintuplets or haven't, spoilers, Yotsuba wins. So she's a winner. Well, tough luck.
No, it's okay. I wasn't gonna watch it.
Okay. Yeah, Yotsuba wins. So I like winners, right? Winning is great. So I think this is just a perfect deck.
Okay. Well, let's jump right into the game and get started. And we'll see if best girl will win yet again, or if my best girl will win. That's right. We're recreating the forum wars right here on this episode.
That's right.
Let's get into it. Before we get into the game, if you're enjoying the content so far, please do consider subscribing. I know it's cliche, but we're a small, just starting out channel in the Cardfight Vanguard space, trying to do something different, so it really helps us get the ball rolling. Okay, let's get into the game.
Ooh,
I got a 5. Nice, I'll go first.
Looks like I'm dead.
Yeah, this deck really the one thing I learned playing this deck over and over and over again on this channel is that this deck really likes to go first. If it goes second, I pretty much always lose.
I'll put 4 away.
Oh, interesting. I'll put 3 away. So, very interestingly, this is the first time I've seen a crest other than the energy generator. That's the quintuplets crest that lets you win the game, right?
No, actually.
Oh, it's just a thing you get.
It's called the quintuplets memory. So every single quince will have this crest. It just allows them to do different things. So it restricts them from only riding quintuplets. And the order zone is also called the memory zone now as well.
Okay.
If you put anything into that memory zone, it just gets put into the drop. So I think it prevents you from playing normal set orders. They'll just disappear.
Huh.
And it also gives like a once per turn effect, an act effect, where you can soul blast one and then look at the same number of cards from the top of your deck equal to your Vanguard's grade. And then you can choose one quintuplets from among them and put it into the memory. And then you can put the rest into the bottom of the deck. And then if you choose a card that is already in the memory zone, you can call it out instead if you want to.
God, it has so much text.
Yes. Yes.
All right, let's jump into it. Shall we begin? Stand up, Vanguard. Oh, you already did it. Stand up, Vanguard. Okay.
Stand up the quintuplets, yo.
All right, my turn. Shall I go? Draw for turn?
Yep. Do you have your energy generator? And
Yes.
energy, the most important card in the...
I will sack a Kogara Todo, and I will ride my grade 1 and get my energy generator up. That is all I can do anyway, so that's my turn.
All right, let's draw a card. And then I will discard
I can see
Scotty?
your hand, but I'm not looking, I promise.
It's all right. I can see the same thing too, but I'm a good guy. I'm gonna ride the Yotsuba. Yotsuba has an effect that when she is ridden, when she's placed here, she can search my deck for a card, a quince card, and put it into the memory.
Oh, okay. So you immediately just start
yes.
going at it, and you need like you said 7 unique, 14 total.
Yes.
Okay.
It's funny because out of all the quints, she's the only one that has that effect. The other ones just get a crest.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's interesting. Okay, let's go.
And then I can use Biscotti's effect to draw a card, Energy Blast 3 to draw a card, and then going second, I can draw a card as well.
Those biscottis, man, they are not cheap. I've been looking around, and I was like, man, I'm not gonna build Keter soon.
Don't play Keta. Don't play Keta. So just wanted you there. I can use my quintuplets crest, so Soul Blast 1, and then I can check, look at the top card. A missed, goes to the bottom. And do I just give you a damage? I think I can.
If you'd like.
Nah, yeah, let's do it. All right,
Okay.
go
Go for it.
You gonna guard? It's a very easy guard.
Nah, nope. I'm taking it.
Okay, all right. Draw trigger. Okay, that's
Oh, nice.
Very cool. 1 damage.
Oh, that's the worst card to have in damage. That's really bad. That is really bad. Oh no. Oh no.
Yotsuba.
All right, that actually hurts. Ouch. Okay, draw for turn. I'll
right.
pitch the trigger to
How
ride.
aggressive can you get?
And at the beginning of ride phase, I also get 3 energy. I even got the energies.
Oh yeah, you're a card guy because they all come with the V-Spur energies.
When the grade 2 rides the grade 1 is called to rear. I just have to decide where I want to call it.
Ooh.
How aggressive do I want to be?
Does it go back to Soul as well?
It does go back to Soul, yeah.
Oh wow. Lame.
Okay, I think I'll call it to behind my Vanguard.
Oh, you want to deal me a damage?
I'm gonna deal you lots of damage, actually. I'm grade 2 now. So I call Sumire. She can counterblast to do the thing, but I actually have a Poison Echo in hand, so I'm just gonna do that.
Oh,
And then I'm
okay.
gonna play Noah, and Noah will counterblast to get Roto.
Oh, you're gonna get. They can all go into Soul, right? You can suck
they
them
can
all
all
in.
go into Soul. When
Alright.
Roro is called to the field, I put 1 card from my drop into my Soul.
Oh, that's nice.
Okay, just shuffle on the screen. No, I'm not cheating. Although that'd be the most pathetic thing ever, cheating on my Yu.
Yeah. Sometimes, like, dude, it's just a game, guys. It's friendly, right? You know.
I'll put the trigger into Soul.
Okay.
Okay, and now we begin the battle phase. So you're at 8k. They're both 18.
I'm only 8k.
Yeah, even if you check a trigger, it should be fine. So I should probably
Okay.
I can attack with Vanguard first and try and check an offensive.
So yeah, you can. You can get a good trigger.
I'm gonna attack. This is 10k, 8k. This actually gets plus 5k as well. This is actually 23k.
Not gonna guard that.
Okay.
Just not gonna guard it. Yeah.
Drive check. Not a trigger. So
Right, 1 damage. Oh, OT. Oh, it's a bit early.
Oh, come on! Come on!
Look, at least it's out. It's out of the picture, right? Draw a card for it.
Yeah, but now I can't even damage you anymore.
Lucky.
That's a bummer, actually. That is actually a legitimate bummer. Holy smokes. That just might have ruined my entire game.
It's all right. You can still suck your cards in, I think, right? And then
Yeah, I
you'll
can.
draw.
Oh yeah, this goes to soul. That's mandatory. I mean, I can suck my cards in. You're a controlling deck, so I imagine you have ways to deal with my cards anyways. It's just that I'm not getting 2 damage on you now. Wow, that is really bad. Okay, I attack with my Noah. It obviously doesn't go through.
No, God.
And this goes to soul, and I draw a card.
So good. Draw a card.
I know. And I'll put these to soul too. Because they're not gonna technically.
Does someone get
attack.
an order back or something when you suck it in?
This gets an order back, but I don't have an order in my
Oh,
deck,
okay.
unfortunately.
All right.
Okay.
Cool.
Wow, that sucks.
The only trigger that stops everything.
And that's my turn.
All right. My turn. Stand. Energy 3. Draw card. Discard this one to ride.
Oh, you run 3 of the.
Yeah, so one of the annoying things about this deck is that in order to get a lot of quints, you need to run multiple copies of this.
Oh man, the level 0 that does nothing. Yeah.
When it's written, right, I can look at top 7 and choose a quint and put it into the memory, and then shuffle my deck. So 4, 5, 6, 7. Ooh. Cards I want. I can put the grade 2 away, then shuffle.
Man, that is so funny though. I felt so good making a wide board like that, and then none of it mattered.
You can blame the OT at the end if you lose.
Although, do you know, in preparation for this, I did scroll through the WCC YouTube for a little bit, and I saw that short about the OT that you did. And I'm like, man, didn't realize it would be so relevant, though.
Man, this game felt more fun without the overtriggers, eh?
Yeah, it really did. Do you want to try taking the overtriggers back out of our decks again?
That sounds like a great idea. And how about we just take the overtriggers out of the whole game?
I'm going to use the Quintuplet's Crest, Soul Blast 1, and now I can look at top 2.
Okay.
Do I get it? Oh, I got one. Nice. And the rest go to the bottom. Yeah, so the big thing about the quintuplets one is that on the first, when you're grade 1 and you hit it, you're like, yeah, I did it. So this is going to be 10k to your Vanguard.
I'll just take it. I need to see me anyway. After that.
First check.
Yep.
Front trigger.
Nice. Damage check.
That's it. 1 damage.
Okay. That is actually pretty bad for me too. It's not as bad as
all your little is it the mascots?
Yeah, the mascots going into damage is the worst thing that can happen. But it's not as bad as Roro, so this one
Okay.
No, but if I can heal, then it's all good. Just easy.
Oh, okay. All right. Nice. All right, your turn.
It's that easy, right? Okay.
That easy.
Huh. That's nice. Not bad. I'll pitch Poyoneko. I get my grade 3. When the grade 3 is called, I just call Kuruminoa from my deck.
No, it's so free.
Yeah, it's literally free.
It's too easy.
When Kuruminoa is called, usually it costs Counterblast, but because I'm grade 3, I can Energy Blast instead. To get Roro.
But you only need 2 Roros in your soul, right?
But it's only if my opponent's Vanguard is a grade 3, then the
Oh.
So it's not that broken. Roro comes out, and I put the I'll put Kogura Todo into my soul.
Okay.
So right now I only have 1 Roro in soul and 1 in damage zone tragically, right? So
But you can suck it. You can suck that one in, right?
I'm gonna suck this one in, and then I'm probably gonna save my last Roro for your grade 3 turn so I can get the full effect. So instead, what I'm gonna do this turn, I'll just go ahead and play the Kogura Todo. And the Kogura Todo will also do the same thing, Energy Blast 3, and I get Gonzalez. When Gonzalez enters play, you choose a card from your drop and bind it.
I choose. Okay, I'll just bind
Face up,
the.
I think. It's face up. Yeah.
Bind the biscotti.
All right. So first attack is going to be with Kuruminoa. This is 18k to Vanguard.
Do you minus my power or anything like that?
Oh yes. Duh.
So how much soul do you have right now?
Forgot how the deck worked. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Unfortunately, it is not 10. But so you just take -5.
Okay, so I'm 5k now. And you're 18. I can maybe guard. but no, don't guard. First check, nothing.
So this gets sucked into my soul.
Yep.
And I draw a card. So now I have 11 cards in soul. And remember that you do take minus 5k. How should I indicate that? Should I put that like this upside down or something?
Oh, I can just put 5 like here.
Okay, yeah, fair. So I'm at 11 cards in soul right now. If I attack with the Toto first, I can get to crit, but
pretty good.
If I do that, then this doesn't get its power boost, because this only gets plus 5k after my grade 3 Vanguard attacks. So,
oh.
like,
it depends if you want the crit or not, right?
Yeah, it depends if I want the crit or not. I feel like
you get to call something out, right?
Yeah, I feel like I should try and go for the crit, because it's like you're controlling decks.
Like if you have crit though, it'll make me want to guard that.
That's true.
I mean, you can call one of the girls, and then she can call something else out, right?
No, she can't, because I don't have any counter. Because the attack effect costs counterblast, so I would have nothing to do with
Oh yeah, you don't have energy. Yeah,
energy
true,
and
true.
no counterblast.
And I'm on minus 5. I'm on 5k at the moment.
Yeah.
So,
So I'm like, do I need the power boost from this? Like, because you're at minus 5 anyway. So I think I'll attack with 18 here.
Okay. So I guess I'll take that. I get a front trigger, so now I'm.
Ugh.
Okay. Yeah.
And then this goes to soul, and you choose 2 cards in your drop to bind.
Kind of annoying. You can have 2 of these
Okay.
ones. So where do I put my bind? Under here.
Yeah, that's fine. And now I'm at the full 13, so I will attack with the Benny counterblast 1, and she gets triple drive, crit. I call from soul this one, and it's triple drive and crit. When this
You're only
called,
13, is it?
yeah, this is only 13.
So I'm 15.
You're 15, but it's triple drive. And also when this gets called to soul, I put a card from my hand into soul, draw a card, and it gets plus 5k. I'll put this card into soul, the trigger. I draw a card. This is only 13 and you're at 15, but it has triple drive.
Okay, so I'm gonna guard with this. So when there's 3 different quintuplets here, she gets 5k extra shield, so she's
great.
10k.
Uh-huh.
So it's 25. And then I guess I'll use a draw trigger. So that's I'm 35 now, so that's 3 to pass.
Imagine. First check. Nah, it's Joker. Second check.
Second check.
Unless oversugar. Third check. You ready? It's just a crit. Okay.
Oh.
So it doesn't go through. But I'll give the power here and the crit here as well. So this is 25 with a crit.
And then I'll just 15k shield that.
Okay.
All right, my turn. Drop. I ride my grade 3. I get 6.
Mm-hmm.
So when the grade 3 comes out, I can look top 7, and then put 1 card into hand, 1 Quince card into hand, and 1 Quince card into memory.
Okay. So you're at 3 in memory right now. I gotta keep that in
Only
mind.
3, yeah.
I gotta keep that.
Very sad.
Gotta track that.
Okay.
Can you usually turbo that? Like, is that an option?
Not really.
So you always have to play a long game, basically.
Yeah. So I'm gonna add the order to my hand, and then put the grade 1 into the memory.
I'm a little nervous here. Because grade 3 is when everybody just pops off, so I'm like, okay, what is this gonna do? Here we go.
So I'm gonna use my crest now. Soul Blast 1. Look at top 3 now.
Uh-huh.
I missed. Sag.
Good. Feels good, man.
I'm gonna play the
help I
grade
can
1.
get. I'm up against Wirab Cardfight Consulting's best right now.
No, I'm not the best. All right. Look at the grade 1. This also looks at top 3.
Mm-hmm.
Hit 1. So I put this one here.
Okay.
And this one shuffles the deck. So
Okay. Cool.
also, she gets plus 2k on both turns. So she's like 10k base. Put this back. Order.
What's kind of smudge is I never got any of my orders. Because Sumire gets plus 5 if she gets it if you played an order, and it's like,
Oh, okay.
but it's like there's only one order in the deck other than the Regalist case. So it's like you kind of
Okay, I'm gonna play my order. So
Oh yeah,
it's,
nice.
So she basically, I choose 2 and I put 1 to the bottom deck and 1 to the memory.
Okay.
If they're the same card. So I put up to 2 cards and then put 1 to the bottom deck and then the rest of the memory. So I'm gonna pick these 2.
Okay.
And then this one goes to memory. And because this one's is from the ride deck, this just goes back to the ride deck.
Okay. So you don't put your deck that way. That's nice.
Yeah. And now I have 6, so I'm plus 5k now. On my Vanguards.
Oh yeah, I should ask that. When my card from the ride deck dies, does it go back to the ride or to the drop?
Only when it will go back to like a deck kind of thing. You can't shuffle it back into your deck.
Okay, gotcha.
I'm just gonna say some stuff. So first off, my grade 3, she has like an on-hit Vanguard effect. So if I hit your Vanguard, she gets to put one of my quintuplets from my drop and put it into the memory.
Okay.
And then this one, she has an on-hit anything effect where I can CB1 and then put a quintuplets card from my drop into the bottom of the deck and then search my deck for a quintuplets card and then put into the memory. And then if I have 5 different ones, I can draw a card.
So 1 CB effect and 1 on-hit effect. Okay.
Yes. Well, they're both on-hit effects, basically. But this one hits Vanguard only, and it'll do the effect. And this one will hit anything, and it'll do the effect.
Okay, but it still costs a CB. Okay.
Yes, this one costs a CB, this one doesn't.
Okay, understood.
Okay, so now my Vanguard is going to swing in. And then I'm going to CB1, and then it'll draw a card. And she gets 5k for every 2 cards in memory. So draw 1, and then she gets plus 15k. So she's currently 33k to your Vanguard.
I block 30. I'd be at 43, which is only 1 to pass.
Yep.
Cringe, El Kringo. I'll try. Let's hope.
Try.
I know the overtrigger's out, so that's sort of a relief off my mind. So let's go ahead and do that. That's 2 to pass.
All right. First check. So 30, 38.
What's the 5 counter on your Yotsuba right now?
Oh, she gets to get 5k for both turns because I played the order.
Oh, okay. Oh, jeez. Okay.
So she's 18 and then plus 15, so 33.
Gosh. Okay, understood. Okay, let's go. First check.
First check. Second check. Front.
Okay.
Nice. Which one puts... Sorry, how much soul? You had 9 soul, right?
I have 13 soul right now, yeah.
So you'll minus 10k and then put a card. You'll automatically put a card from my thing into my soul, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, I get that. Okay. I guess I'll just pass then.
Smart. Okay. That's bad for me, but maybe I can make it work. Let's just do it.
You're going to have to work for this counterblasts.
Just gotta draw my Regalist piece, brother. Okay, draw. So I don't get 4 attacks this turn, but I can still...
This will do 3. 3's pretty good.
Yeah, 3's pretty good. I'll call Kurumi Noah. And Energy Blast 3.
Yeah, you still get to call free stuff out, which is pretty good.
Deck fitting is deck winning, and it's a shuffler. Oh god, I'm gonna need it too. Looking at that order, jeez. Okay, and that puts something from my drop into my soul. I'll just put the Benny back in the soul. So I can't do 3 attacks this turn, or 4 attacks this turn. But I can do 3. I'll just play Sumire and Koya Neko straight up. This is 18. This is 18 versus your 18, right? So.
But I'm going to lose power, so.
Oh, that's right. And this also gets plus 10 because there's 2 Rotos and you're grade 3 now.
Okay, sure.
2 Rotos, yeah. So let's begin the battle phase. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Oh, Sag, could have been 15. So
I lose 10k.
Yeah, and I get I'm going to get rid of your Interceptor, I think. Put it to soul.
Do you get to choose or I
get to choose?
Oh, really?
Yeah, I get to choose. It's pretty good. And you take minus 10.
10.
So you're down to 8. So even if you hit 1... Even if you hit 1, it'll be fine. So I'm going to attack with the Benny first. This is just Twin Drive. And because I don't have CB, I can't do the thing. So it's just Twin Drive.
No gun.
Okay. First check. Okay. Secure the Persona for next turn. That's nice. Second check. Damn, unlucky. That's okay.
1 damage?
Yep.
And nothing?
Okay. I'll attack with the 18k first.
So I'm 8, so minus 10. So 15k shield?
Yep, that does it. I don't have an order in here, which is the problem, so I don't actually get any value from sending this away. I wonder if I should just do it. Because if I send this away, I at least draw a card, and that's fine. If I send this away, it's like, I might as well just leave it up here to be an interceptor, maybe. So, I'll just leave it. I won't do the cost.
Okay.
And 28 then.
28 to my 8.
So
That's for me.
Yeah.
I'll take this one.
You need 25. Nice.
Yeah, nothing.
And then I'll put this to soul and draw a card. God knows.
Draw a card. Very sick.
Oh boy. What is happening?
You drew OT?
Oh, not quite. It's still in there. Fingers crossed.
All right.
That's my turn.
Here's my turn.
Yeah.
All right, draw for 10.
See, my worry is that you're just not going to attack me for the rest of the game and I'm just going to lose.
I still have to attack you. I don't think it's that easy. But you've given me a soul, so that's pretty good. So I'm going to use my crest skill. Let's look at top 3. 1, 2, 3. That's annoying.
Oh, nice. Okay, so you're at 7 now?
7, yeah.
How much do you get for each
Plus
2
2
in the...
for each in memory.
Oh, man.
5k.
Okay.
I'm going to play this card. CB, look at the top card of my deck and I can choose to discard it or not.
That's not a Quint. Who is that?
Dual Nation.
Wait, so is Yotsuba Keter?
Yeah, she's Keter.
Oh, that's very silly. That's fun. Because I know that back in the day, I did some research. I was like trawling the wiki last night. I remember that back in the day, apparently all the collab stuff was part of a Stargate nation called a clan called Etranger.
Oh, Etranger, yeah.
And that's the way they explain isekaiing into Cray. And I'm like, that's pretty funny that they had a lore reason for it. Anyway.
Do I want to discard this and dig further? I think I can. Yeah, let's discard it. And then I'm gonna CB1 and grab an order. Put this to my hand.
Okay.
I can Energy Blast 7 to draw a card.
Yeah. Don't like how thick your hand is looking.
It's not that bad. Play this down.
Oh, you got another one. No!
Play the order. So this order puts 2 away. I'll put this one here. Put this one.
It's getting pretty big, your memory zone. I'm unhappy about it.
I have 8 at the moment.
Yeah. That's not good. That's over halfway there.
I can countercharge 1 from the order effect. This is 20. So I'm going to 20k to your rear guard.
20k to my rear guard.
Yes. Remember, it has an on hit.
That's right. My shield this? 20k versus my 10. I only need a 15. It doesn't get any power.
Yep.
There's no additional power from that? Just that?
No.
Yeah, I'll block that. 15.
Okay. Then I guess I'll just attack your rear guard.
I don't like that you're doing this.
Attack your rear guard. I'm gonna use the effect when they should attack CB1.
But it doesn't do the other effect where it attacks Vanguard, right?
Yeah, it doesn't hit Vanguard, so I can't put things in the memory. So draw a card and it gets 5k for a bunch of stuff. Draw a card. It has now plus 8, so plus 20k, so it's like 38. Because I've played the order this turn.
I feel like if you're not giving me CB, I kind of need all the attackers I can get. You know what I'm saying? I wonder, man. I wonder.
Because you have the Persona ride ready?
I do, but I'm like, do I want to block this attack on my rear? It feels like such a waste, but at the same time, I need all the attacks I can get next turn to do what I need to do, right? So this feels so dumb. You've put me into a corner, but I'm gonna perfect guard.
I'm making you think, right?
I'm gonna perfect guard for my rear guard.
Okay. It's crazy. The perfect guard.
And I sack the trigger.
Crit. Okay, so twin drive. First check. Heal.
Oh, great. We hate to see it.
Yeah. Second check. Nothing.
Okay.
And then this will just go 20k to your regard. If you want a card, you're gonna have to commit to guarding it.
I'm not gonna lie, I forgot that you had that last attack.
Yeah. The non-quits, the single non-quits card.
God, what do I even do? If I commit to guarding it, it's like you might have screwed the pooch on that one, Kai. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't have enough. I burned a perfect card for no reason.
PG. Are you gonna give it up?
I give it up. I burned it for literally no reason.
Yeah, I know, right? You'll learn it.
It's pretty funny though. I mean, I think I have Should just let it die. I legitimately forgot that you had that last attack. That's literally on me. Brain fart moment.
Fine. It happens. It happens.
God, my draw's gonna have to be really good. Okay, I'll just let it die. Fuck it. It's
wow.
too late
Okay.
now.
The damage is done.
Yeah. Wait. Do I let it...
Oh.
Yeah, I do. Wait. God damn it! This is so hard. If I had one more card in my hand, I would have been able to do some. This is why getting that order is so good early game. Have more fodder. Yeah, whatever. I'll just let it die.
Okay. All right. Now it's your turn.
I felt really bad. I think I burned a PG for no reason, but that's okay. That's what it's all about.
I make you pay. I make you pay to keep that card alive.
I will Persona Ride. Yippee!
Ooh.
So I draw a card.
Okay.
Oh, finally, it's here. About damn time. I play Good Luck, Have Fun.
Good luck, have fun.
Good luck, have fun.
Actually, it's called that.
Let me see top 5, and
All right.
I pick one Vispo card and put it to my hand. I think this might go. Dude, I feel like I would lose next turn. Can you get to like 14 in like one big burst? Is that something?
Nah, not that much.
Okay.
Unless I be. Nah, it's a very big long shot.
Okay. Feels like okay, it's not gonna happen then. Good stuff. I'll just put
like
the
I think
Persona.
everything has to hit. Every single thing has to hit in order for that to happen. Oh, does it just add it to hand?
Yeah,
That's so good. You can just keep on Persona riding.
it is really good. And I'll play the Sumire on top of here. She's back. I think I should have one more Gonzalez. Yeah. So I'll play her.
Okay.
And she'll Energy Blast 3. Yeah, at least, even if I don't get my counter charge or my counter blast, I can at least still do 3.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy.
Okay, so I Energy Blast 3, I get my Gonzalez. Gonzalez asks you to bind a card from your drop.
I've got a lot of cards now. I'm happy to bind all of them. Well, not all of them, but I'll bind a draw trigger.
Yep. And I only have 2 cards in hand. And my battle phase begins. Well, I mean, listen.
Okay.
I'm happy to just, like, take all the hits you want in the next battle phase, so I'm fine with
Okay,
that.
so you're minusing my power and putting a card away, right?
Yes, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 in soul. So you get minus 15k. And
So I'm on
I will,
3k now.
I'll put the quints into soul, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah. So you're at 3k.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty good. I mean, I guess since I can't do the counter blast effect, I'll just attack with Vanguard first. Wind Drive.
I'll PG this.
Okay. First check. Crit.
Ooh.
I'll give... They're both the same powers, so I'll give 10 to Sumire and the crit here as well.
Mm-hmm. All good.
Second check. Crit.
Oh!
So I'll give... I wonder if I should split it.
You can go for a lethal, or you can try and push me to 5.
I could go for a lethal. Yeah, maybe. I feel like you have too many cards in hand to go for a lethal, because you could just have another PG. I'll try and push you to 5. I'll put another 10 here and another crit here.
Okay.
So there's Persona, there's the trigger, and because I played an order, it's +5 as well. So this is 38, 43
43
versus your 3. So you'd need 45.
45. I'll take this one.
It's 2 crits, so 2 damage. First check, second check.
Oh, 2 PGs.
Nice! Okay, we love to see it! And then this goes to Soul. And I put the normal order Good Luck, Have Fun back into my hand. You see why this card is so crucial now, and I didn't have it. Oh, I always need to see. Maybe I should start hard mode for it, honestly. I might legit. And then I do the same thing again. Because the Vanguard attacked this turn, this gets another 5. Persona trigger, the base attack 35 plus 8, 43. Yeah, it's the same.
43.
I don't know why it took me. Yeah, it's the same. Why did I calculate it again? See? Two crits, yeah. So you would need 45.
It's 23. 43. Just intersect like that.
And that's enough, right? 23?
Yep.
23. You're at 3 right now, right? So you're at...
Yeah. So, 23, 43, 48.
That's 20? Those are both 20s?
Yeah, these are effect fronts, right?
Oh my
So
god, they're so good! Well, rip. That's okay. When this goes to Soul, I bind your grade 1 Yotsuba.
Oh, this one.
Yeah.
Okay, okay.
Well, damn. I feel like I'm gonna be running out of gas. Just a little bit. Just a little.
Well, I ran out of my PGs. My PGs are gone, so
Okay.
it's not very good.
Your turn.
Alright, my turn?
Yep.
Well, no Persona Ride, which is pretty sad. I can Soul Blast, look at top 3, and use the crest. Put this to the
That's
bottom.
9. That's 9. Ah! This is the same dread I have fighting against, like, back in the day, fighting against Seraph and Shadowverse. Oh man. Okay.
Alright, so let's see. What can I do? I'm binding these two this turn. So I'm going to use my order. And then this goes to here. So I have 7 uniques now. I can use all the effects. I get 5k. I get a drive check. Oh no, I get a counter charge, and then I pick one of my Regard quintuplets, and it gets drive check. So I'm picking this one. It has drive check.
Oh no.
And at the end of the battle, this gets bound.
Oh.
It gets not bound. It goes to the memory.
Oh no! If it doesn't, so no matter what, even if it doesn't hit.
Yeah, even if it doesn't hit, it just goes to
Oh
memory.
no!
So I'm gonna turn this sideways. CB1, draw a card. There is 10 in the memory right now. I think, yeah, 10. So it gets plus 25. So it's 18 plus 25, 43 to your Vanguard.
43 to my Vanguard.
Yep.
And if you hit, you put 1 into memory, right?
Yes, yes.
And you're at 10. I'll take it. Let's see.
All right, first check. Second check. Front. 1 damage.
Damage check. Crit. So it gets plus 10. 20.
And then I guess I'll kick off something to memory. Put this one to memory. This is 30k to your Vanguard.
And I'm at 23.
Yep.
So I'll just 15. That works, right?
Yep, that works. And then this goes to memory as well.
Great. You're at 12.
Right now we're at 12.
Scared.
Your turn.
Okay.
We have CB now.
It's true. Thank God. That mid-game play, I think I really screwed the pooch on this one. If I'm being honest.
There was one really questionable turn, I guess.
I'm glad you don't sugarcoat it. That's fine. Let's draw a card. I'll pitch the trigger. Oh no, I don't need to do that. What am I doing? I'm dumb.
Yeah.
I Persona
That's
Ride.
right. That's right.
I Persona Ride and I draw a card. That's very lucky for me. Well, it's not that lucky because I don't actually have that many attackers this turn. But I will play good luck, have fun to try and find an attacker. 3, 4, 5. Nice. I get Sumire. All you.
Ooh.
Shuffle up. I will call Sumire. Energy Blast 3. Get Koyaneko.
Yep.
I'm gonna shuffle the whole freaking thing again. I don't know why I shuffled it. If I was just gonna do that, that's fine. Don't worry about it. I love wasting time.
It's alright. This is untimed. This isn't BCS.
Nice. And because I played an order, she gets plus 5k as well.
Okay.
And then I will go into battle phase right away. So I don't have that many attackers, but I have a few. 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22 cards in Soul. You take minus 20?
So I'm at -3. -3 now? No, -2.
So you'd be at 18. So yeah, you'd be at -2.
It's a weird number.
Yeah, right. And I'll just attack with the Vanguard first, I guess. Why not? Counterblast 1. She gets all the effects, obviously. So I call Kurumi Noa. Kurumi Noa gets the 10k even if she's not boosted by Aurora.
Yep, yep.
So this is 23 versus your -2 triple drive and double crit.
23.
I might just deck out.
That's crazy.
That's actually
how big is your side? So
this is 30, 33.
This is 28. 38. So 2 to pass.
Hey, let's go. First check. Crit. Oh, do I do it?
You compressed?
You know what? Live a little, right? Let's do it.
Yeah.
And you're at you're at 5 damage?
I'm at 5. I'm at 5. Yeah.
Oh, I can put the crit wherever, I guess. Oh, I should put the crit here if I'm going for it anyway. YOLO.
You already have a crit on Vanguard.
Oh, that's true. No, you're right. I'm dumb. We'll put it over here. Okay. Second check.
Ooh. Oh, there it is.
Yes! 20! And it goes through. And then the third check.
I check. You probably get another trigger, right?
No.
You compressed? Oh, okay. So 2 damage.
If the second one wasn't a trigger, I would have been really scared. Yeah, so 2 damage.
That's nothing. So yeah, I think my last heal went to the bottom just then.
Woo!
Oh, there's one coming up. But yeah. So I think the reason why my deck became so slow because I didn't get Persona rides.
Oh, right, for sure.
Because every time I Persona ride, I can look at top 7. And then memory 1.
Huh?
And then,
That's so lucky for me then that you didn't get it.
Yeah.
That's scary.
Because like one went away and then another came up early, so I didn't get it. So.
I think I also lucked out when you damage checked 2 PGs, and I was like, okay.
Yeah, that was. I think the damage check 2 PGs is pretty like game over for me. Because yeah, I get like my power gets minus too much.
I mean, we talked about it in the interview, right? Play a little questionably and don't get punished. That's card games, baby.
Yeah. So when you play against someone who's as lame as me, right, who's like really playing it slow and like actively damage denying you, if you leave anything at the front, I'll probably like attack into it. So for example, that first attack that went through, like when I had the on hit one like this, because you guarded it, it means my Vanguard can like swing into the side, right?
Right.
And like you're probably thinking my Vanguard's gonna swing into Vanguard to get my on hit, but I don't have to always do that. Like if there's like a rear guard to hit, I can always swing there to slow the game down. So
yeah,
like let's say you let this one through and I get my on hit from this side, then in order to get my +2 from my twin drive, I'm gonna have to swing into your Vanguard, which is not bad for you because then you'll have a CB to clap me back with, right?
Yeah.
So you have to think like if you think of like that, like how much is it? Because taking damage is not necessarily bad. I know a lot of people say like guard early so you take less damage, but for certain decks like yours, if you know that you need 1 CB every single turn, just calculate on taking that 1 CB, or you can even like store some CB early to prevent yourself from getting damage denied like that.
Right, for sure.
Because sometimes like when you play Varga, when you're playing Varga, or when you finally build your English Varga,
one day.
that's gonna be something that pops up because they're gonna be actively like damage denying you. Because to make a good Varga turn with Divine Skill, you'll need at least 2 CB, right? And the more CB you have, the more explosive your deck will become. So when they're going to actively try and control you, and if they're going to deny your Divine Skill, they're going to like not give you a lot of CB. So they're going to be doing some really tricky things to slow the game down until like they're ready to take your attacks.
Yeah, I think I had some really questionable blocking turns there.
Yeah.
But you were my first real experience with somebody trying to actively damage deny me. So
it's a learning experience.
Yeah, I learned a lot. And hey, damage checking 2 PGs. I felt pretty good about that. So,
that's right. It makes up for the OT.
And my hand was really good by the end there, especially because once you get this spell, this order, you get to compress really good, and then you just like get all the cards you need. And I got 3 PGs by the end there, yeah.
Yeah, when you have the PGs, you can deny my on hits, but one thing to be careful of if you ever face this deck, right, is that your defensive power might not matter much, because it's only going to matter to block the on hits, but near the end of the game, their orders like going to be fully active, so they're going to be like naturally memorying more than 1 card. There'll be at least 2, right? And then since you give me soul, I can use that to soul blast and like try and get for more minutes.
Man, this is not a matchup I didn't do any research on Yotsuba because I wanted to be a surprise, other than the fact that she has an alternate win condition, and I'm like, wait a minute, a lot of the stuff I do actually works for you, so I was like a little bit scared in the mid game there, like, am I just helping you out by giving you soul? But whatever.
Yeah, also like, if you look at some of the triggers I run, it's pretty hard to see online, but in real life, you might notice, you might going, okay, I'm running like fronts and like affect fronts and affect draws. But then I'm also running like vanilla draws and vanilla fronts. And when you see that, you go like, hang on, does that mean he's not running any crits, or he's only running like 1 crit in the deck? Then like, if you see what the deck does, like now you know what it does, right? You might be going, maybe he just doesn't run any crits at all. So there's probably like no fear of getting double crit or anything like that. technically, if you really wanted to, you can play way more aggressive. Like you go, okay, if I'm not getting killed, I can throw down my triggers for like a 5k boost and just kind of push more damage kind of thing.
Yeah. I hear
Those are kind of things you learn through more experience and just like adapting to the.
And there's this trigger
matchup.
that I didn't see in my hand. Oh no, I think I did. But like this also puts itself into soul as well, so I can boost my game plan that way too. Yeah.
Yeah, but I think for to hit the good numbers, right? Like it's all about numbers, right? So 10 plus 4 is like is that number? It's like 14. But if you have like a 13 or an 8, like 8 plus 5 it will hit a number while the 4 wouldn't. So I guess like if you look at some deck lists, there's at least for Keta, like the only the crits they run, a lot of them don't even run the effect crits anymore. They just run like normal crits. Because of it hits like decent numbers, while like the effect draws and the effect fronts are just like too good not to run because they're just like extra shield, right? It also means you can run the fancy fun crits like Bang Dream crits and stuff that are all vanilla.
Well, I this was like a very good matchup for me to learn a lot about versing a control deck, just in general, but also like just like with an alternate win condition like yours was an experience.
Like a slower deck.
Yet.
Yeah. You can experience like some decks are slower and like what they might want to do in Vanguard, because like control in a way like kind of doesn't exist in Vanguard when you compare it to like Magic and things like that, where they're just like sitting there with like counter spells and you can't do anything. But like control here is like in Vanguard is all about slowing down the game until they want to start playing the game in a way. And luckily for you, at least a lot of your effects just pop off without needing CB.
Yeah, thank God there's the alternate energy condition, right? Like otherwise it'd be doomed, dude.
Yeah,
like.
but if you're like Varga, you might be sitting there going, there's not much going on right now. One CB, how do I navigate this, right?
That's what I'm saying, dog. Everybody's telling me to build Varga. It's like I already got all I need right here. Big simp in energy. It works out.
The one thing with collabs, the sad thing is that you don't know if they're going to get more support or not.
I know. Has that ever happened? I actually don't know this. Does Vanguard have like wave 2 of collabs that are in the same universe that you can add it? Has that ever happened in Vanguard?
So like Token Ramu got wave 1 and wave 2, like, but they were like separate sets. Same with Shaman King. We haven't really seen much for the ones that are just included in the booster packs, I don't think. So it's one of those things where you're like, yeah, it's one of those things where when you can play it, enjoy it as much as you can.
Before it eventually gets outmoded. But I'm just like, man, if they do make a wave 2, I'm like, what are they gonna do? Make freaking 3 more sword me's?
More characters.
You do that.
Anyway. In a way, nothing lasts forever, but you just gotta have fun when you can with it. That's the way to see it, I think.
I mean, it was like a good entry point for me because like I talked about this earlier where I bought this deck for like less than like $150 and then like a week later it tripled in price. I'm like, damn. I'm really like
it's like V-Spro is definitely one of the better ones out there. Like there's some collab decks or collab sets even that aren't as good, but V-Spro is very easy to learn and really powerful. Right, Benny's pretty insane.
Like actually the best jumping on point for me, especially as a V-Spro fan, right? Anyway, Kai, thank you so much for joining me today. I really appreciate you taking the time out of your day. Everybody go check out WCC over on YouTube. Kai's the main content creator there, I understand.
Yep. It's pretty much just me.
If you want like in-depth, about Vanguard at a high level, it's like the opposite of this. Like you get it's like it's peanut butter and jelly. You get the new players experience on this side, and then you get the competitive players experience on the other side. But let's move on because the video is not over yet. Of course, at the end of the video, we have to add the deck I learned about to the mural. So let's go on over there. Okay, here we are, Kai, on the wall. That's not what it's called. Right. The mural, as I've been calling it. And now we get to add one more friend. Put it right here, right under the Youthberg, I guess.
That's right. Okay.
Actually, honestly, it's a little out of place right next to Youthberg. But if you put it like over here, like next to Benny,
it's really filled up in the center.
If you put it next to Benny, it's not. Maybe I'll put it here, so it's like a little less. Yeah, we'll put it right.
The collabs hanging out each other. Right?
Yeah, right. I was gonna put it here because I thought it was very funny, the dichotomy between Youthberg and this. But I think here's a perfect place for it, right in between Alestial and Benny. There you go. The mural has been
there. It is.
If you guys didn't know, every time we add the deck on here, and it's a visual representation of what I know about Vanguard, and it's filling up nicely. I think by the end of the year, maybe we'll have one mural done, and then I'll have to switch.
Ooh.
That's an interesting idea. I just thought about that now. Once this mural fills up, season 2 of Twin Drive, I'll play Varga or something.
Varga, okay, or something else. You don't never know. Vanguard is always changing.
I mean, if Vespa Wave 2 comes out by the time that happens, I'll just
go.
All right. Thank you again, Kai, for showing up. Guys, everybody, check out Kai in the links down below. If you enjoyed this video, you might also enjoy this one where I talk to the founder of VG Paradox, the best Cardfight Vanguard website, find out his story and what deck he likes to play right here.